Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yokiman here and welcome back to another episode of my Football Manager 2018 save here with Hearts. And in this episode we will go through what happened off-season. So there's been loads of changes to the club and the surroundings in Scotland. And the best news for me was the fact that Dundee United managed to get promoted. They played in the playoff against Motherwell. I think they managed to finish... Let's just have a quick look. I think they managed to finish in the end. Third, I think. I can't remember. League table. Overview. Stages. Last season. Yes, they managed to finish second, in the table. So they weren't that far behind St Mirren in the end. To be fair, they did pretty well. But they managed to get promoted. They won 5-3 against Motherwell. So Motherwell have been relegated. It wasn't a surprise, the way they were playing, the way they were performing. So Dundee are up now with us, so that makes this more interesting because they sacked me. And it turns out that we actually play Dundee in the first game of the season, which makes it really interesting. I'm looking forward to it. It should be an interesting game. I'm hoping we can get the better of them in the opening game of the season. Obviously, I've come back with the Betfred Cup. I don't know, I just felt like the first game should be... This is the first competitive game we're going to play this season, so why not bring the Betfred Cup game? We're playing Inverness today, and they are a Premiership side as far as I'm aware. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry, Championship side. So it should be a victory. We have a pretty easy group in terms of who we are. Pre-season went well, as you can see there. We beat everyone. The best result was the victory against Bolton. But there's been mass change at the club, and a lot has happened. I'm trying to move on the older players. Financially, I realised... Well, I didn't know, but I realised now we have a debt. So our balance is now 4.1 million. They gave me a million transfer budget. It was crazy. It was insane. I wasn't expecting it. But we've got such a heavy loan debt that I'm trying to bring in players for cheaper and... ship off the old guard and the more expensive players. But let's go through the transfers real quick. Obviously, there'll still be more transfers for the first game of the season and for other. I'm still looking at players. I haven't fully changed the squad yet. Matty Fryatt went out. Harry Patton went on loan to Scunthorpe. Michael Smith was sold to Charlton for 45.5k. Connor Salmon came back off of loan and then was sold to St Johnstone, who are in the Premiership for 75k. We sold this guy mainly because I couldn't say his name and he wasn't very good for 10k. We sold Raphael Grislak on a free. Kyle Lafferty has gone out on loan. He is out of contract at the end of the season, and we do gain some money and they pay all his wages, so that's good. And Mallory Martins has just recently left for 81k. So coming in, obviously, I haven't really bought anyone outright. The one player that was bought outright, I didn't actually sign. I didn't know it was set up for this, but I have a director of youth football or whatever it is, and he was signing all the youth prospects and re-signing all the youngsters. So I've changed that now, but the guy he signed is a pretty decent player, to be fair. So he signed Jordan Thompson. He's a player I brought in on loan when I was at Dundee. He had a pretty good year. I just think he's an all-round pretty decent player for this level, and he's going to be useful in the fact he can play well in a lot of positions. We then signed Valmir. That's his name, guys. Just get over it. He's Kozvan. I don't know where that is. Right. Kosovo. Okay. Interesting. Who's their best player? This dude. Is it a new thing? Because that's the Cypriot flag. I may be completely wrong, but that's the Cypriot flag, isn't it? I don't know. Comments. But he looks pretty decent. He was on a free. He's already valued at 425k. So even if he doesn't have a world beater of a season, we can move him on. For me, the biggest difficulty in this save, swapping between the Leon and this one, is realising what level of player you need. The level of player for... This is completely different. Nathan Durham was the only player that came in for money. He is 18-year-old, and he does look very promising, to be honest with you. He does look very promising for the future, so well done, Mr. Youth Director. Harry Lennon then came in on a free from Charlton. I just thought he was a decent centre-back. We didn't pay a penny for him, and he basically cemented my 4 centre-backs. I like to have 4 centre-backs to choose from. He's a good player for most Ladbroke Premiership sides, which is definitely good. He has the potential to be a leading defender in the league. With Christoph Behr ageing, and I don't know how long I can keep John Suter around, he's valued at 2.1 million, so I'm still in the mindset that if a big, and it will take big, because he's still under contract for a bit longer. Actually, let's see if we can offer him a new one right here, right now. Right. There's no way he's getting that minimum release clause. I can guarantee you that right now, my friend. Let's give him a bit of a bigger bonus for clean sheets and appearances. 2021 suggest, and we're just going to walk away from now. We're going to walk away from now. He's still got a bit left on his contract. I'm sure we can hash one out. But anyway, Harry Lennon just makes sense. I didn't make life easy for myself with the players I signed, to be 100% honest with you. It gets harder. We signed Ulrich Namomo. I don't know. He just looks like a decent player, the Cameroonian 22-year-old. He's not a world beater, but I'm looking at stats for this, and he's quick. And if we're going to be playing a counter-attacking kind of system, he just seems to suit that play. He's a good backup. He can also play on the left, which was handy for the cover. We also signed Aaron Nemene. Yeah, nailed it. Just a youth prospect from Man City. They let him go. He is a pretty decent right-sided midfielder, got a fair amount of pace and acceleration. And I'm just, his crossing isn't fantastic, but we will train him and hopefully he will improve. I'm not expecting world beaters this season. I'm expecting players, I'm expecting to cut the budget, was the first thing I wanted to do. Spend less, keep more money in the bank, but still achieve more than what we did last year. They want mid-table. Pretty sure we can get mid-table with what we've got, and we've cut, on finances compared to last year. So Calvin Miller came in on loan from Celtic. I haven't really dabbled in the loans as much as I expected, but he's an all-round good player and a backup left-back. We also signed on loan Ashley Smith-Brown. He was here last year. I'm not fully sure why I re-signed him. He's an okay player, but I just thought we needed that in left-back, because I am trying to move on Aidan White. Now, I made a big mistake. I offered him out for 120 million. A few teams accepted it, but they wanted me to pay his wages, well, a percentage of his wages. And being stubborn, I said no. It turns out now I can't get a penny for him, and he's unhappy because I offered him out. So that went well. We signed Sabia, and that is his name. He will get a nickname, I would imagine. Feel free in the comments to put suggestions. He is a very young 18-year-old Frenchman who looks very, very promising for the future. His determination is nowhere near what I would want it to be, but he does look pretty decent, and maybe with some tutoring. I needed another centre attacking midfielder because once Walker gets injured, we don't have anyone. I then signed Thierry Ambrose, who will be probably my backup striker this season. I've not decided yet. He's pretty decent. Koulibaly is a no-starter for me. Jamie Walker will play in attacking midfielder. Ulrich will most likely be on the left or up front. And Ismail will definitely be playing up front. His pre-season has been ridiculous. 5 goals. Yeah, he's had a really good pre-season. But Koulibaly, me and him just don't get on. I've tried selling him. I don't get why he's worth 450k and nobody will touch him. He's just not. I don't know. I just don't like him. I don't know why. I'm sorry, Hearts fans. If you're a big fan of him, he's not for me. We then signed Davide, who will come in as our experienced. He's definitely going to be there to help with the tutoring, but a big thing for me is we didn't really have a defensive midfielder. Now, when we're playing counter, I am going to want a defensive midfielder. He fits the role well, and I'd love defensive midfielders that are ball-winning midfielders. That is the new thing for me. So this guy fits them all perfectly, and he's Italian, so he's going to be good defensively. So this is the tactic we're playing. This is how we're playing against the bigger teams. Obviously, when we're playing against teams I'm expecting a victory, we'll go with an attacking midfielder. Probably advanced playmaker. It depends who's playing there. Walker plays well as a shadow striker, so I'll play him as a shadow striker. So let's, because there's a lot of players here. I'm still in the process of deciding who stays, who goes. There's still a lot of players that could go, yeah. There's still a lot of players that I'm indecisive about because I hate having a squad this big. So it is a little bit frustrating. But let's quick pick, because I think you do get 7 subs. So let's see what they've picked for me. Hamilton, who is the up-and-coming goalkeeper, definitely want him. We are going to start attacking today. Randall Suter, who is the ball-playing defender. Christoph Bearer and Miller. Yeah, I think Miller's probably the best fullback we've got. Definitely not playing on attack, though. Prince Boban and this dude, who will be the box-to-box midfielder. I did toy with selling him on. I don't know how important he is to Hearts in real life, but he's worth a bit of cash. He's worth a bit of cash. And if someone comes in with 2 million, it would be very hard not to move him on. In fact, let's offer him out again. He gets really upset when I do this. Let's offer him out for 2 million, bang on. I'm not going to put him on transfer list. 2 million, bang on. And let's see. Let's just see, because I feel like we have good depth in centre midfield. And if I can get big money, this is the rebuilding year. We're not expecting anything massive. So if I can get big money for these players that aren't going to be around for much longer, I'm going to do it. Milanovic came back in on loan. I just couldn't not get him back in on loan. He was probably the most outstanding player for my time period there. And his contract is up at the end of the season. So I'm hoping we can coax him into a freebie. May not happen, may happen. I'm looking forward to it. Ishmael hopefully will score, or Esmail. I have no idea. It may be Esmail. Gonzalez. I'm guessing the C is Gonzalez. That's how you say his name. That's what I'm going off, because he's Portuguese. So hopefully Gonzalez will have a very good season for us and continue the goal scoring efforts. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm pretty happy with that. There are a lot of players at this moment in time that I am still pondering over whether they should be part of the club or not. So it has been quite difficult. I think what I find with teams like this, because financially we're not, with Leon it doesn't matter. There's money there in the bank. It doesn't matter. With Hearts, I don't want this many players on the books. We've got quite a good set of under-20s, if I'm being honest with you. Not a bad set. There's some good young players here for the future. So, too many players. I do not want this many players on the books. It's far too many. So I am in it's like this. The midfield is a little bit, we've got a lot of them. And if we're playing an attacking midfielder, which is the plan now, as Sabia starts today, in his first start, they need to go. Now, Scott Allardyce is wanted, but I'm reluctant to sell him to Dundee. Since we bought him from Dundee, but I am reluctant to sell him from Dundee. But he is most likely going to go. So that's one out. Ross will most likely go as well. And maybe, because I can't say his name, he will go as well. But if it's for big money, £2 million for him is ridiculous. What we can replace him with £2 million, and then Prince would stay. I think Prince is good to stay. We wouldn't get that much money for him. He's not on that much of a wage, and I think he could be a solid output for the team this year. But anyway, guys, I've spoken enough. Let's get into the first game of the season. I'm quite excited. I'm more excited because I feel like it's more of my stamp on this Hearts team now. We're going to auto-number this because that's what we do. I feel like it's more my stamp now on the team. So I'm more excited going into the year. Like, it literally did just pass through games last season. I just wanted to get the season done so I could do pre-season. It has taken me a total of 5 hours. What time are we on now? It's 10 o'clock at night. So it's taken me a total of 5 hours to actually sit and do a pre-season here with Hearts. I mean, it took me a while to figure out a tactic, because with the Leon one, I know there's only a couple of targets I look for, to be honest with you. The pre-season I did most recently with Leon took ages, but there's only a few targets I really look for. So it's not too difficult. With this, there was a lot. 1 second. We look good. Yeah, with this, there was a lot more. Like, there was only a few targets. Last time round. Oh, and he blazes it over. Whereas with Hearts this time, there was a lot to do. Especially at this level, I didn't know who was good to bring in. I've spent a lot of time scouting. There has been countless scout reports I've waded through. I've done more work with the staff, trying to sign staff, trying to get the right players in staff-wise. It's been way more in-depth than a pre-season with Lyon would be. Like, the most recent pre-season with Lyon was intense. But nowhere near as intense as this one. So hopefully, I would like us to pick up a win and show our intent going forward. We have been in control so far. As they get their first shot, that's perfect timing. But yeah, I feel like I've got a bit more of a stamp on the team. When I load up the save, I'm not thinking who are all these 1-0 down. No, who are all these players? I'm more thinking, you know, this is my squad. This is a solid squad. What I've put together, and hopefully, we can do okay this season. Mid-table is more than enough. We should be doing that. Get out there and get a goal. I am very conscious that if we do go out of this cup, it's bad. Now, we seem to be stuttering a little bit. I don't know if it's just me, but that's not normal. Let's go with that for now. Hope we can create some better chances. We just don't seem to be getting the ball on the ground and moving it forward. If anything, they're getting better chances now. Let's change it up a bit. Thierry Ambrose. Let's bring on a second striker. Let's see. It's still a lot, you know, early stages in trying to figure out what kind of tactic I'm going to play. Left and right flank. Let's just tear the tactic down a little bit. Don't want to be asking him to do too much. I think that's one of the biggest things for a team at this level. Do not be asking them to do too much. This is going to be them with a chance though, by the looks of it. Unless we can win the ball back here. We are supposed to be closing down more. And we do win the ball back. Ambrose loses the ball though. That's great. That is a great sign for you in one of your first loan games. Well done. They have a lot of men forward here. I feel like they're attacking as well. This is going to be a goal here. 1-0 down. Great. Betfred Cup, 1-0 down. Maybe attacking wasn't the route in this first game. Maybe not. I'm going to have to go for it now. What changes could I make really that I feel are going to... Let's go with this. Hopefully. If we can nick a goal back, that would be ideal. The league below us is not... We don't want to be performing like this. Christophe Behr is having an absolute mare. Guessing it's his mistake that led to the goal. So since changing it up, we haven't been really that more attacking. But we're going to get an opportunity here, I feel. Anomo. Not the greatest balling. Oh. 1-1. 1-1. Is there the opportunity of a late goal? Now, I don't know why it's stuttering. It doesn't normally stutter. It may just be stuttering for me. I am precariously rendering a video. Can we push on? Christophe Behr has really not had a good game, has he? which is frustrating. But the problem is, this year he will be quite easily replaced. That's not good enough. Wayward passing is what I'm viewing already, and being pulled out of position. I am yet to... Oh, well. What the... Are you absolutely kidding me, FM? Is that even... Was that serious? Is this a real situation that's just happened? I cannot fathom this. Clear the ball. So Hamilton's got it. Clear the ball. He runs away from the ball. He's like, oh, go on, have a shot. I can't believe that. I genuinely cannot believe that. I am baffled to what the hell just happened. Can we get a goal back? This would be big important. Please cross it. Why did you not cross it? Don't give it to Hamilton. He'll just pass it to them. Oh, Wayward, this is... Oh, God, that were awful. Haha, that was 100%, that was awful. We are losing 3-0 to Inverness. This is going to be harder than anticipated after pre-season. It's this defensively right now, what I'm watching is absolutely god awful. Tweaks are going to be needed. That's what the Betfred Cup's for. It's not like they want us to do anything in this. I mean, going forward, to have 5 on target and only finish 1, for me, is not good enough. But secondly, overall, Hamilton's goalkeeping has been short of absolutely shit. And, like, why is he holding on to the ball now? We're 3 goals down, we're playing attacking, and he's holding on to the ball. And that's the goal kick. That's why he held on to the ball for so long. Yeah, there's definitely going to have to be some fiddling around with tactics, I think, here, because that is not good enough. We're going to nick one back, but my biggest issue here is how we've conceded the goals. In the manner that we've conceded those goals. The defensive ratings are, well, they're bad, and we've lost. We've lost the opening game. Well, it's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. The game started off as if we were going to do very well, but Connor Bell, he's not even worth, is he? Connor Bell has scored a hat-trick. And in my first game, I'm going to have to tell him I'm not happy. That, for me, that was quite clearly all personnel, not tactic. Personnel, to be honest with you. The reason why I say that is because Bearer made a mistake for a goal. Hamilton made an absolute glaring mistake for a goal, and Suter did as well. So it's all individual mistakes, but you know, Hamilton will probably not be playing for a long time now. He got given the opportunity. He won't be playing for a long time now because I'm not having results like that. But I will keep looking into the tactic. It is very early days. Maybe probably should have started off on standard, but it's very early days on learning the tactic and learning the players. But anyway, guys, I will do the end of the Betfred Cup now. It will be Dundee the first game, without a doubt. That will be a live com. I'm still not sure that they'll be as frequent than after. I feel like we will probably stay with the same format in how we do the videos. It's just how we've done it. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and hopefully things start to look up. But cheers, guys.